All right. Let's do it. Okay. Need to that might work. Let's see if that worked or not. I want this to be a little bit there. I don't know why it's not letting me see the background music play here, but whatever. Alright. So today, I'm actually just gonna mute that. It's a little overpowering for me too. Alright. So today, we're working back on the UI. We almost have everything done. I'm just struggling with, so like here's the example that we're trying to get. We pick up a note, we have the memory, and then, well, I kind of broke it earlier, but let's go back to the designer. The point will be to, that's the wrong button. We gotta go back. Let's just do a bunch of this real quick. We tried doing a widget switcher did not work. Get rid of this image, get rid of that, get rid of that, goodbye. I'm gonna get rid of the widget switcher. We have the notes page, we're just gonna get rid of this right here. Boom, 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 boom. That's what we want right there. Let's go to the graph, make sure that this is compile, and everything's back to normal. Alright. So, now that we have everything working again, the problem we're running into right now is if we go to play, we see we have nothing in our inventory, we hit this. I actually have to tie all these two. See, that's also not working, so we need to go back here, we go to the graph, and figure out why hitting resume, which I think is button 72. I need to name these. Let's go back to the designer. What's this? Button 72. Yeah. Resume. That way we actually know what we're doing when we do it. Let's compile that. Let's go to the graph. Okay. Set game pause. Yeah, remove parent. So this is not removing from parent the thing that I wanted to remove. Let's try removing that. We'll make this reference self. Okay, so that's working. We go to notes, and that's working. Okay, that's fine for now. What we do though is when we switch back, if we open this, we hit resume, now we're stuck with this menu. Let me fix that. First I want to hide all of these, and we're also going to change the name. So another thing we're going to do is we're going to go here, open this, and this, the blueprint name doesn't matter. What matters is the name we have set for it. So we're going to change this one to, what's the first one in the inventory? To the designer, Joy. So we're going to change this one to Joy. Joy. Okay. We can actually change this to Joy Memory, so it kind of makes a little more sense in the inventory. And then we're also going to go to, we got to compile that, and we're going to go to Notes Inventory. We're going to go to the graph here. We got to change this to Joy Memory. Is it capitalized? Yeah. We're going to we're just boop, boop, boom. Alright. Now we're going to have to replicate this for the entirety of all 10 nodes, which isn't difficult, but it's also a little tedious. So let's clean things up and let's start doing all this logic here for hiding and showing the certain things that we need. Set visibility. We're gonna put this here. Put this here. This here. This here. We're gonna change this to. We need to duplicate a couple of nodes, but we need to nostalgic memory. So we're gonna change. We need to change this to nostalgia memory. Okay. And memory 2. So these are also just called memory 2. We also need to get the text box though. So this one we're gonna variable name. This is gonna be. We need to go edit these in the designer. So first we're gonna grab Joy. Text block is gonna be Joy Memory. The text block just says Joy, but the variable name is Joy Memory. So we have a better understanding, a quicker representation of what's happening. We're just gonna do this for everything. So nostalgia memory, guilt memory, and then anger memory. Make sure these are capitalized for the sake of continuity. Loss memory, grief memory, self-hate memory. Oh, capitalized. Not sure how Unreal does things like that, but it is not a loop function you can plug the note to rather than duplicate for each object. Not sure how Unreal does things like that. I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to. Are you referring to hiding and setting the visibility of each of these? Josh? Grief, self-hate, regret. So technically, if I had these, whatever you're saying, you'd have to do for each note. Yeah. So basically, what I'm doing is, because of the way I have my inventory set up, I don't have an array, like a content of an array of contents. I have a map of strings. And so if we were to look at this, my BPC inventory, that's not what I want. Let's go to inventory. This is how my inventory is kind of set up here, and it is. Let's go to my my categories. So because it's not like, there's not a lot of utility to all the items except for just checking the character if they have certain things, so they can interact with them. Like, it's not, there's not a lot of uses for everything except for turning on a flashlight, placing the dream sphere, and reading notes. I didn't go overboard with item data and content. I just simply did the amount, so it shows you an amount, and I have to edit a lot of the design for the UI as well. But I don't have them in an array. So when it comes to the functionality I'm looking here for is when I hit notes, all of these are invisible until you have that specific memory in. So if you miss one of the notes, you'll see like, oh, there's a blank spot and I'm missing it, and it won't show up here. And that's essentially what I'm looking for, or what I'm trying to do. And because they're in a map of strings, I'm just doing the map of strings array. I guess I could do, I think you're right, I could do, where am I at? Let's finish this real quick because I'm going to lose my train of thought and completely miss it. These need to be in and out. So that's what I'm essentially looking to do. And I think you're right. I probably could pull maybe an append or something from the map of strings and try it that way. I can mess around with it. Make sure all these have buttons. Alright, and then we need to go to, let's do all of these and make sure, where's visible? Visibility, hidden. Alright, so all of them are now hidden. Now we shouldn't see anything when we go here. Yeah, nothing shows up. Hit resume, we're back in the game. Alright. Now, notes inventory. We need to also go to, do I have a notes master? I do, but it doesn't have what I want in it. So we're actually just going to duplicate the other one. Just duplicate this because they're all child blueprints. That doesn't matter. Just change the name of each of them, and that should be fine. Alright, so now we go here. We'll change this to suffering. Gotcha. Like I said, I'm not sure what you can't do with Unreal. I feel like if I was doing like traditional coding language, I could definitely do that easier. My knowledge of both blueprints and coding language is subpar at best. So I'm kind of just doing what I know works. Like, I'm using a lot of if-else statements, which for blueprints is just the branch node. It's like the only thing I truly understand how to make like things happen and make things not happen is using if-else. So I need to learn more, obviously, but that's, you know, we're all in the process of that. What was I gonna do now? Okay, so these need to be tied in. So let's see. This is the map of strings. This is my inventory, and I have to check if it contains. I wonder if I can. No, I can't do. I feel like there's a way to do this, but I don't know because the name is string. I wonder if I could pull. No. Contains find. I could maybe find. No, because the same thing. It's gonna be singular. It's just looking for a specific name. Okay, I need to also bring in these text blocks real quick. Remember, the true enemy is perfection. That's exactly, yeah. And I've had to pull myself back quite a few times, especially with this. Like, I wanted some custom animations in this, and I tried to animate them myself, but the skeletons of the asset I'm using weren't exactly matching up with what Unreal wanted to animate inside of Unreal. And, you know, for my first game, I'm not really trying to go overboard with alright, the text blocks are named, so let's go, where are, so we go to join memory, let's go here, get this, get a reference to that, and set this. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing. This is nostalgia, so we're going to grab nostalgia, get a reference to that. Do I not have a reference to nostalgia? I do. Okay. I know that there's definitely ways to do it, like if you're not working with a UI. UI is my #1 enemy right now because I still have the problem of if I hit this and I open my inventory with tab, which is my input action to do that, and then I hit notes to bring up the note page. And you can kind of see it here because the canvas panel is somehow messed up. The game is behind it, right? If I hit resume, I can go back. But if I hit notes and then I hit main menu, it reopens the main menu. But I can't hit tab to close it, like without touching anything. I can hit tab and it closes it because the functionality there is set up for you know, is it valid? Is it visible? It's not. If it is, then we close it. If it's not, then we create it. We update the inventory. We get everything we need from it. Why this won't work? Because it technically is valid. Like this widget blueprint, WB inventory, is valid when I do this, and then I hit notes, and then I hit main again. It's opening it again. So why I can't hit tab to close it? I hear it opens another one, and then just doesn't want to work for me. And then I lose my mouse because of the convolution in code. So I definitely have to go back and edit that a lot, change it, and figure out what's going on with that, because we obviously don't want to be stuck in our inventory for an eternity. And we're just going to do target. No, I can't pull out of that one. I got to pull out of this one. We're going to do another contains. And then we can just do, we'll do loss memory. What's actually, it doesn't really matter the order that we do this in, to be honest. I just thought of that. Sorry, excuse my burping. So this, if it's true, and then we want to get memory. What memory is it? Look into with looping. I'm sure that if I had, like, can I do for each? I can't even do a for each off of the map of strings, because typically, like, if I wanted to create right here a for each loop, I can do that. But this needs an array, and this is a map. So that's why I think it won't work with the way I have the inventory set up. The map of strings just doesn't have a, because the, you know, maybe in C++ or whatever it is, I could do this with a map of strings, but I wouldn't probably be using a map of strings. But these two nodes just do not want to talk to each other. This, I don't even think I can't make this an array either. So I would have to go back and change how the inventory is to do a for each loop in this, for each item in my inventory, and bring it out like that. You know, this might be tedious, but it's definitely going to work. Yeah, I would have, because originally I was doing a content, an array of content with better item data. The problem is that the person I was learning it from was doing it on a much older engine model, 4.7, and some of the key elements that he was clicking were not available in 5.3. And I've already built a lot of the map and the maps and the level design and stuff like that, so I did not want to do that again, you know. Let's go to designer. Let's look at what losses. Loss is 5. Okay, so loss is memory. We need to change these too. So we're going to do loss memory. Can I not change that? Why can't I change that? Loss. Compile. There we go. Okay. Yeah, let's change all these. Memory 2. Yeah, we're going to change memory 1 to variable names to what they are, so I am not being... Oh! Misclip. Joy. Save. Okay. Memory 2. Nostalgia. What are you planning to do with Unreal, Josh? Starting game dev, yeah. weren't you talking about using Godot for something, or was it Unity you were looking at? There was one that you talked to me about briefly, where you were interested in learning. Can't remember what it was though. Used it a bit, yeah. Did you like it? Was they use their own language, right? Their own like coding language. Godot, yeah. It's interesting. I want to try GD script. Is it similar to like Python or C# or C++? What is suffering? And memory 9. Denial. Okay, back into here. Let's go. So contains. Don't want memory 2. Don't want this. What we want is joy. Doop. Nostalgia. Kind of like Python. I have a cool game that I got off Steam that I want to try. That is literally if you're suffering a residue, yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna change the names of these blueprints actually, so that I know what I'm doing when I put them certain areas. So we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do suffering memory, whatever I've already named it. This one's gonna be joy. F2, F2. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, I would love to do an RE style game sometime. D-Make feel? Oh, Resident Evil. Bro, I was so confused. I was like, RE, I was wrapping my mind around it. I was like, I don't follow what RE stands for. I'm sorry, my friend. But no, I understand what you're saying now. Joint memory 3 we need to do. This one needs to be something different. Yeah, that would be actually definitely a fun remake style game. Trying to think of like, I don't think I haven't played a Resident Evil game since like probably 2 on the PlayStation 2. 15 years ago. So, grief, memory, and then I need more. I need joy, memory 4. Let's go look at my notes because I'm forgetting. Let's do guilt. Can't have special characters. F2, anger. I'll rename all of these. Loss? Do I have loss? Let's just scroll down a bit. Self-hate. Let's do self-hate. That's not what I wanted to do. We should play RE2 remake at the very least sometime. I love the OG's remake. Is 7 the one with in the vampire village with Lady Demetrius or whatever? That was first person. If you want to go to horror experience, play that. No, that's 8. 7. What's 7 about again? I know I've kept up with like which ones have come out, but I don't remember like what they are. Memory, guilt, memory, grief, memory. Let's do regret. Baker family. Oh yeah. I've seen gameplay of that. That one's the one where you have to kill the I have seen that. I do want to play that one. That one looks very good. Regret. That one looks very good. You're right. I do need to play. I have been finding myself kind of watching a lot of gameplay of different horror games, um, to like obviously learn more about it and figure out what I want to do with my. The only thing is like mine started out. This idea has started out in the game that I originally made. Like I made a working kind of game in it, and now it's a mini game. Just because I kind of got a little ahead of myself, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make this quick little game that's just a top-down kind of, sort of scary. Like, you know, is your foot out from under the blankets? If it is, the monster comes to you. If it's not, the monster stops. Can you survive for the night without getting eaten? And I was like, well, that's kind of just like so boring. Like, there's only one little aspect of the game. And I was like, what if the monster does reach you? Do you die immediately? And I was like, all right, well, how about this? We'll go into a dream, and then you have to escape the dream, and you restart, and then you'll be back, or you'll go into a nightmare, and you'll be back. And then my storytelling brain got ahead of myself, and I was like, all right, well, what is this guy's story? Like, why is he in the stream? Keep a close eye on Blumhouse. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I saw that at what was the games Next Fest? Next Fest is where I saw that. So where game go? Pretty much, that was what it started out as, and now it's more of a story oriented game, which is what all the notes for. And obviously, I don't know if Juno Analyst told you, I have sent them. They offered to do some voice acting, which is really cool. So I'm waiting on to get some voice lines back from them. Juno will be playing the main character, which is cool. Really appreciate them for that. Guilt, grief, anger. What am I missing? Self-hate, suffering. Missing something. Denial. I need denial here. Denial, memory. Alright. Do I have grief? Joy, guilt, grief, anger, denial. Missing 2. Suffering, regret, self-hate, grief. Nope. Nostalgia. Yeah. Missing nostalgia. I hate when I do that. My fat fingers. Okay. And then anger? Am I missing anger or loss? Which one am I missing? Let's do so suffering, self-hate, regret, nostalgia, joy, guilt. I don't expect too much. I I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm excited to at least get it on Steam. Once I get the voice lines back from Alyssa and Juno, and I can implement them in the way that I want to, I'm definitely going to put the demo on Steam for free, so everyone can play it and I can start getting feedback on what's good, what's bad. I think it's anger and loss. God, I am terrible at this. Anger's there, so loss. All right. That's very true. That's a very true saying, and I appreciate you saying that. You're very right about that. Um, it's not that I'm not like taking things from other people's books for sure. It's just kind of learning like, when you're doing something completely on your own, you don't have a lighting expert, you don't have a sound expert or a sound department, all that. So I'm like looking at them, not necessarily what's happening right here. Okay. So I need to replace this with joy. Is this the text? Yeah, I think this is the text. Target right there. Drop that in. But like looking at them for lighting, music, how they do some suspense, just because I need to understand more of like the game design aspect, and game design encompasses like everything. So not only doing all the coding on my own, well, the scripting, the blueprint scripting, I wouldn't call it really coding, but not only doing the everything of this, but doing that. That's why I'm looking at other things to be like, okay, what are they doing, and do I like this? Does this make the game feel better? Does it make it feel worse? Something here. What was... Okay, notes of it. This is... I don't need this. This is gone. We don't need that at all. If I can deep dive into some custom scripting as I learn Unreal. If you have to help, I will gladly welcome your help. Because that's what I struggle with mostly, is learning what these do. I've definitely come a long way in a year, but because originally I started with Haydenheim a year ago, and I scrapped that project. And then when I started working, I was working with a couple of other guys, and I was doing the level design, because it was really all I knew how to do, that I could, design levels and, alright, what does the player want to do for this combat or whatever. And then the main dev that was kind of, had brought all these people in, brought a composer in, and a 2D artist for all the the graphics and stuff, and then I was helping him with level design. He was doing all the coding, and then he just dropped off the face of the map. He asked me to do something, I did it, I sent it to him, and that was March 1st, and he's never responded, never came back. The other devs were like, hey, have you heard from Dylan? And I was like, nope, he hasn't said anything, so he just ran away. That was our Kill the King project. That was a cool dungeon crawler that was roguelike. What am I doing here? That was roguelike. I enjoyed looking at it, or not looking at, but working on it. But clearly the dude that did everything, I named all of the things in the wrong one. That's great. Nostalgia. Named all of them the wrong one. Named them all in my blueprint that I was testing something on and didn't like. Now I have to redo this. That's great. Yep. I'm going to plug this in and refresh this. Like that. Come on. Oop. Okay. Alright, back to designer. Okay, guilt. This is why you don't have existing widget with that name. Guilt memory. I'll do that. Because it doesn't have... Why does it say existing widget with that name? I guess this. Guilt. These are the same. Did I spell something? Oh, I spelled this one wrong. Whoops. Nostalgia. Just do that. We'll make all. I'll do that. We'll make all the text memories actually with the underscore, so we know what we're doing here. I'll have to change all these to that. Oh, I don't need memory. I just need guilt. That's all I need. I don't know why I'm doing so much more than I actually need to do. Joy, nostalgia, memory. Memory 4. This is anger. Loss. This is one's already named. Then we have grief. Save. 10. Self-hate. Seven, regret. Suffering. Suffer! And denial. Alright, they should all have the things we want, and then these have also the text blocks that we want as well. Okay. Now we go back to the graph. So joy memory is the text, and then just the regular one is the wish I could bring up the design. So it goes guilt, anger, loss. Alright, so we're gonna do guilt now. Bring in guilt, target, guilt memory, target. And we are setting those to visible. Now we can do, let's bring, let's go, nope, can't do that. Let's go bring another node out from here. Wah. Fuck. Contains. Okay, and this one's gonna be, oh, we need to change this one to guilt. Guilt memory. Okay, and the next one is anger. Anger memory. Just copy this. Bring that there, bring that in there. Doop. And then we're gonna bring out the anger. Bring the anger! You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. And copy. Okay, and then we're gonna do. Wonder if I can. Damn, that's not what I wanted to do. Forgetting how to do reroute nodes now. Is it shift click? No. S. Nope, that's the sequence. God, how did I forget to do a reroute node now? Whatever. Contains. It's double click. Okay. Nope. Map strings datum structure. It is double click. Wait, what? Interesting. Alright, I'll take that. That's not a big deal. Next one. Loss. Loss memory. Oop. I could do this going downwards too. I mean, the structure of the nodes really doesn't make a huge difference. I might do that and bring it back down just so I can have a quicker access to all of it. Instead of like one long line of strings, we're just going to bring this back. So we'll bring out from here and contains. Then we'll do designer, anger, loss, grief. And we'll do one for each row. We do have to connect this back here real quick. Oop. Okay, if it contains this, we do that. And we're gonna put this here. Double click that. Here, bring that like right there, and I want to double click this and bring this out here. Just to make it look a little neater. We like things looking neat. Alright, and then we're going to bring in, what is this? This is grief, so we're going to bring in the grief references. Grief memory for the text, and for that. And then we're going to do this again, and we'll bring back out from this, contains. And the next one is self-hate. Self-hate memory. If it's true, we will set the visibility of self-hate memory and self-hate text. Doop, 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 doop. Alright, to visible. Then we're going to do the same thing again. Boop. And we can just we can bring off this one. Contains. Doesn't matter what we're bringing it off of as long as we are referencing the right inventory, which is the right inventory. Contains regret memory. And then we're going to go to regret references, get these. Okay. Make everything look just a little bit neater. Copy paste again, the same nodes since we're just doing the same thing. And we can just bring off right here if we wanted to. Contains. What's the next one? Suffering. Suffering. How are you handling assets? Just using standard or free? A lot. So some of the sound effects I've actually done myself. They're not great. I don't have a great quality microphone. I'm trying to get a better one. My cousin is sending me his old streaming microphone, which is much better. So I'm going to do some of the sound effects on my own. The music, the background music, I did buy. It was like a pack of 13 different kind of suspenseful horror landscape sounds for like $5. The monster asset I did buy. It was $15 on the marketplace. The rest of them, there's some that they were free for the month, so I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna take that. They're not free anymore. I got lucky with it, but for the most part, because 3D there are some things that I have. I'm gonna use. I don't know if you know what Rodin AI is, Josh. Have you ever heard of that? So for So Rodin AI is actually, it's a pretty interesting tool. It's not very refined, but basically you can input an image based on how, it's a good word for it, simple it is. Like, it does not do complex geometry. I've tried some complex geometry with it. It does not do them well. Last one is denial. But it will basically give you an FBX or whatever you want, an FBX skeleton, whatever, of what it's looking at, and it will try and do textures. The textures are often crappy, but I'm going to use it for small things, like, oh, I want a wooden box that I want to be my own asset. Well, I'm going to just, hey, I want this asset here. Statues, things that are not movable, stuff like that. But I can't learn Blender right now or Blender or Maya or Autodesk, any of the 3D modeling softwares while I'm doing this. Otherwise, this game would never come out in my entire life. And I really just want, my goal right now is just to get one out, just to do something, just to get it so people can see it. And that was denial, yeah, denial. Kind of like a proof of concept for myself to, like, oh, I did this. Did this thing, I can do it. So most of the assets are from Unreal Marketplace. Some are from Rodin AI, where I kind of you could use any software you want, or you could take your own picture of different things and then put it into this software, and it will just pump out a thing. It's very expensive to use for like high quality stuff, so I'm not paying for it. I just use the one free asset. I think it's one a week or one a day or something like that. You get like 3 credits with your free account, and you can use them to make stuff. But the level of geometry you get and the level of texture you get with it is not obviously high quality. Not high quality stuff. Okay, so this should, all of them have their joy, memory, nostalgia, guilt, anger, loss. Trying to find a good Blender alternative for my iPad Pro. Got one the other month. I don't know if he uses. Here, I'll pull this guy up. I follow this guy on Instagram. He's a IT guy, but he cryptic. Oh, it's cryptic dictionary. Look, go follow this guy. He does a lot of different like 3D modeling. He doesn't do a professional. He could technically be a professional, but his job that he has now is he likes it a lot. But he uses a really cool setup where I think he has an iPad Pro that connects to Maya. He uses Maya as his thing, but I think his iPad Pro connects to it because he often is like drawing on this tablet, somewhere else, and it's connecting to where he's painting and stuff like that. I wonder if there's a reel of his setup. But he's cool. He's got some good tips, especially if you're looking at doing something like that. A Wacom? I don't know what that is, to be honest with you. Alright, so that looks like this is going to be good. Alright. Pile, let's bring out some notes. We got to do guilt. This is going to be guilt memory. Guilt memory, compile, save. So close this. This is suffering. Close that. Break this. This needs to be nostalgia. Compile, close. Can you explain to me what a wake is? It Wacom? Wacom? A whack-a-mole? Join memory. Loss. We want to do that. Just a drawing tablet. Interesting. If I did, it would be just light work. I'm more into coding, design, writing, directing. Yeah. Plugging into a computer. That's interesting. I thought he was using an iPad, but you know, can't really see very close to it. But that makes more sense that he'd be using something like that. Guilt. This is already guilt. We don't need to worry about that. Constant drawer. Grief. This one needs to change. Grief. Yeah, honestly for me, the writing and level design is like my favorite part of game dev that I've done so far. Like building the world that somebody's going to be walking through, to me, is my favorite part. It's the most enjoyable. I have so much fun doing it, thinking about like, oh, like what is the expression going to be on a player's face when they see this or when they do that? Like, how am I going to feel about it if I were to play this game when I saw this stuff? So it gets me excited to do level design. I love level design. The coding part, obviously, because I don't have any experience in it, it's my most difficult part. It's what slows me down the most. It's like getting something to work how I want it to work. Definitely is what's taking the longest time with this. I fleshed out the dungeon dream and the forest dream pretty quickly, I would say. The only problem is I do need to optimize the forest dream. It's an open kind of world concept of a forest, and it is. I need to redo the textures for the ground, for the landscape, and then I also want to add more vegetation and then cut the culling distance down a little bit so that you're not rendering something so far away. But obviously, with the more vegetation up close, you're, balancing that out a little bit that you can't see it. But other than that, it's going pretty well. I have obviously about 8 more dreams to do that will come later with the full game. Like once I get everything ironed out in the demo, like the mechanics, like actually doing stuff, then I'm going to start building all the levels and the rest of the story and stuff like that. The demo is just going to be the forest dream and the dungeon dream and the first dream sphere. And the dream sphere is the thing. I don't know if you watch the trailer. That's the white glowing object. That's the dungeon dream sphere, or the dream sphere in general, that you need to find. What am I doing? Did I do all this? I got this one. Denial. Anger. Grief. Guilt. Joy. Loss. Nostalgia. Where's this one? This is regret. So regret has not been done. Do that. Self-hate. Save, compile. Suffering has been done. Alright, and that's all of them. That's denial has been changed. Anger has been changed. Grief has been changed. Guilt has been changed. Joy has changed. Loss has changed. Nostalgia has changed. Regret has changed. That's changed. What about anger? Am I missing? Anger has changed. We're good. I think we're good on all accounts. Alright, so let's do this. We're going to add all these over here with this one. So anger, just bring these out into the world. Grief, guilt. We have joy right there. Nostalgia. Make sure that all these are actually showing up. This little parchment paper, this texture, by the way, this is my own asset, Josh, for these notes. So that was one thing I did with Rodin, was make a piece of paper that looked like an old piece of parchment paper. So we'll play this. So we have nothing in inventory. Pick that up. We have the anger memory, denial memory, and let's go check the notes. These are not showing up now. Why are they not showing up? Okay. Let's try the joy. Let's just pick them all up. Joy. Notes. Joy. That's incorrect. This is the wrong one, so we gotta go to notes inventory. Let's get rid of all of these real quick. Joy, nostalgia. Boop, 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 boop. We'll redo these references because clearly something went wrong with them. Don't do that. Down, you can see your body big. So the body. The main character, so Alexander, the main character, Cassie, his wife, are both going to be custom designed from MetaHuman. Now I know that's not technically like free, or like a free, like I didn't do that asset, but it is going to be like a unique looking character. I will say getting the MetaHuman rigged to all go like his body be in sync was definitely a conundrum. But it's a really simple fix. On construction of it, you just need to set the lead pose to be the mesh, and then everything will follow that. Because for some reason, MetaHuman doesn't have a skeleton that goes in it. It's just meshes that follow an animation, and they can get out of sync. And like the sleeve will be moving if you're using like a long sleeve shirt. Technically, the hands are like the only other bone, and like the sleeve will go this way, and the hand will come this way. And they'll desync sometimes. And also had a big problem when I was doing the footsteps. The footsteps were super difficult because of that desyncing. It was also tracking the leg, like the jeans, as a downward footstep, and it would double step a lot. And then it would get in sync, and it would be single steps, and then it would be like, and then back to, and it took me a whole day to figure out, and it was such a simple fix. I was pretty upset with myself. Now we go back to this. All right, getting rid of all these references. I also have like some simple abilities. Now I want to work on the camera visual effects for it. What I can do is let's bring in. Let's go to my enemy BP blueprint. We'll do a forced stalker or whatever. So this is the enemy, and currently there's nothing really rigged up for it, but he'll see me when I get to view, and he'll start chasing me, and he has footsteps. This is the debugging for all the footsteps, but I can go, I'm stuck on my thing, but I can go invisible, and then after a certain amount of time, and this is an ability that your wife will give you, like Cassie, when you get to a certain point, and you'll be able to get away from them. Currently they don't do anything if they catch up to you. They just stand there and breathe down your neck like a creepy guy on a phone. But that's I've gotten them to work out for that, which I'm pretty happy about. Alright, back to this. I need to finally figure this out. Alright. Okay, so joy memory contains grief. This doesn't have grief memory. Self-hate memory, that's good. Nostalgia memory, regret memory, guilt memory. Just making sure all these have memory in them. Yes, they're all capitalized. Good. Okay, so let's go back to the designer and make sure that these are adding up. So joy, where are the horizontal box anchors at? Yeah, that looks like it's working well. Inventory, yeah. All the anchors are in the right place. Alright. Joy, nostalgia, guilt. Joy, nostalgia, denial. This anchor's off. Suffering, this anchor's off. That's why they weren't showing up in the right place. This canvas needs to be enlarged just a bit. Burp. Right there. Okay. File. Save, and lock that back in place. All these anchors are in the right place. Anger, grief. Okay, all these are named properly. So why did it not want to show up properly? Joy, memory, and joy. Okay. Nostalgia. I'm going to move this back here so I don't have to move every single one of them. This is guilt, memory. But with that invisibility, Josh, I want to like work on a camera VFX where it'll do like intense chromatic aberration or something, just to give you like the effect, and also a sound effect that'll play when you do it. Kind of like a ghost whooshing, or I don't fucking know. I'll think of something though. This is anger. Anger, memory. I'm wondering if the reason it's kind of doing this is because this is all event construct, but I'm wondering if I should do event construct and do a sequence so that it's doing these in order. That might be what I do, which could be a tiny bit of a hassle, but so is life in the game dev world. Bring this down so I can see what I'm doing. Grief. Okay, and Josh, did you watch the trailer? Sophie. Thanks, man. Yeah, I was pretty happy with like the quality of that one over. I finally learned how to do and like use the cinematics and like make a like use the full engine capability. I was pretty happy about that, being able to make it look a lot better. Because that first trailer, I was happy with it. I felt like like the timing of the music and like stuff was good, but it felt super low quality with like the words and I was basically also just like the whole way I did that first one was shadow play, and I just moved my camera around and then cropped and edited it to be where it is. The problem with that is in the viewport, like when you're doing stuff like this, you can obviously see like it's not rendering full pixels and stuff like that. Even if I were to put it on cinematic, it still is like super, you can see here that there's a lot of pixel edging and stuff like that. It just doesn't look good. This is also unlit mode. I can do lit mode, and you can see that it just doesn't look good. I keep it on low just for render, like, engine's sake. Regret, but it was all done with shadow play, and I felt super, like, unprofessional, just like whack doing it like that. So I wanted to switch it. So I learned how to do cinematics, which was really cool. This is actually a lot easier. The only thing that I need to get better at is like actual, like I said earlier, like lighting and directing the stuff and like figuring out how I like to portray the idea. What is this? This is suffering. None of these need to be exposed on spawn, so I don't think we're good on that. Okay. Alright, let's test this again now. Save. Boop. I'm actually going to save my character over here. That way I don't have to do it. Alright. We have the anger memory. The anger memory is not showing up. That's great. Why is it not showing up? Let's pick them all up. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Alright, all of them are picked up. We have everything. We can scroll through. We can see them all. Notes. Something's fucked up here. And I think I know what it is. I think I know. Let's do new editor window. Let's pick these up. I'm going to pick these up off screen real quick. Because I think it's, yeah, it's definitely, it's my scaling, because I'm on a wide, and this specific UI is not meant to be on a wide. And this is still doing this. This has been an issue with this first button. On hovered, for some reason, it gets bigger. None of the other ones get bigger on hovered, even though they're exact duplicates of this button. Don't know why that is. Don't know what's happening here, but so what we need to do now is go back to the designer. We need to make this be able to be right here. And I think this should significantly help. Maybe. Oh, don't want to do it like that. I want to do it selected viewport. Why are anger and denial not showing up when I want them to show up though? Like, it should show up no matter what. Yeah, oops, don't want to get stuck on it. Damn physics-based actors. Did you build off the start pack blueprint preset? What do you... Oh, and I just pushed that one through the ground. That's going to be an issue. What do you mean, did I build? See, it's still a little fucked up. Guilt is right, but Nostalgia, Joy, all these are wrong. And I'm wondering if that is... I mean, I started with a starter content. I think the only thing I kept from it was the base movement input for the character. I just, you know. Yes, yeah, I did third person. So this is technically a third person like game template. Alright, let's pick this up and see what happens here. Notes, this is off, and that's off. Why? Let's go to this, let's go to Joy. Oop. Let's up this to wide right here. That's why it's off. Because on Joy, it's supposed to be here. This is supposed to be here. This is supposed to be here. This is supposed to be here. These anchors. Yeah, the only thing I kept was the movement. I got rid of the jumping, and I changed all of the looking stuff because I changed in order to get the being able to look at yourself like you were talking about earlier. I didn't feel like changing the first person blueprint to being a full body blueprint, because then like kind of some of the animations like with seeing your arms gets out of whack. I wanted to do like true first person, so basically went into third person, and then you change the way the camera works, the spring arms and the controller rotation, because typically like if I were to play this game and it would still be a third person blueprint, my body, and I have a lot of camera lag on this to be smoother inputs, so it's not just super choppy when you're looking around. That's why you kind of like the body does this. If I really turned it fast, the camera lag's just making that effect happen. But to get this, you have to change like the whole way the camera works and the controller rotation and stuff like that. Otherwise, you just spin. Your head just spins and the body doesn't move typically. But other than that, just the input. I created the sprinting, and as you can see, the print string is like it's tracking how much I'm sprinting for, and then when I hit 0 here in a second, it will slow down and start counting back up. And I can just hit sprint and stop and stuff like that, which is what I'm trying to do, which is good. And then the also the invisibility I made, obviously, but yeah, for the rest of all of the other stuff is basically made by me. Alright, we need to go to here, and also we need to figure out why these don't want to show up when they should be showing up. I think that's just the way that I did these. Okay, this needs to go here, this needs to go here, this needs to go, let's go put this here. I don't know why these won't show up. They're all variables. Do I need to have these exposed on spawn? I don't think so. I don't think that would make it work. I think it has to do something with taking out of these, or maybe the sequence. All the references are right. The null on false is fine. I also need to, what I do want to do, because I have it for like the flashlight. Where's my flashlight? I think it's up here. When you pick up the flashlight, it will show up, pick up mounted flashlight, and now I have a flashlight. And I can turn it on, turn it off. I need to change the positioning of it just to aim it down a little bit more. I can actually do that right now. Let's go here, spotlight, and we can aim. I know this looks huge, but the way lighting works in this, it's not too huge. Okay, that might be a little bit better. Just give that a try. And you can only do this, obviously, you can only use this ability if you've picked up the flashlight. That's much better. That's where I was kind of hoping to have it, is more of a down thing. I don't know why that's... See, this one gets stuck here. This main menu gets stuck here. So I don't know how that gets stuck, but it does. And it's something to do with this, I think. Set game paused. Open main inventory, on main inventory. I think I need to open. Let's go back to inventory. Inventory system, WP inventory. Alright. These are all good. What is this at? Why is this at 12:27? That shouldn't be there. This needs to be. Doop. We can do this for now. I'm also, obviously, I'm going to add the setting abilities and make these so that anger member should be showing up when I have this. Why it's not, I don't know. Alright, so what's showing up and what's not? Anger showing up here. That's proper. But they're only showing up, and I think this is why I need to change the way it's doing. I don't think any of them are going to show up until I have. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. So, for anyone that would care, because of these branches, nothing past this will continue. That makes sense now. Nothing past this will continue unless it's true. So it's not going to show anything here until I pick up that joy. Oops. So until I have all of these, it won't show anything at all. So the way we're going to do that and fix this is we're going to do sequence. So it's going to fire off a sequence of events instead. Give me the thing, sequence. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to check here. We're going to do the same thing. This is just going to be a lot. There's going to be 10 sequences. We're going to lift this up. We're going to set the visibility of this right here. Oop. We're going to disconnect this. We don't need that anymore. We're going to check contains this. I wish I could add more pens here, because that would be a good way to do it, Josh, is if I could have more strings here. Then I wonder if I can bring map. Find. Yeah, it won't let me. It won't let me do what I want it to do. Let's just see that. Okay. All right, so that's one. Okay, and then we're gonna bring in sequence 2. So now it's not gonna have to rely on this branch, which is what we're looking for. We can also, we're just going to restructure pretty much how this looks, just so I can have a better understanding. Well, I just want it to look better. I like things when they look pretty, you know? Who doesn't? Break this. Don't need that anymore. And this just needs to be plugged into this. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Add another pen for another sequence. We'll bring this over. Break this link. I can break all these links. Break all pen links. So we just need to plug this into here. I'm actually going to bring these up to here. Do this like this. Bring these up. This is going to go far down. We'll bring this here. And we can get rid of this reroute node. Don't need that. Put this above this. Okay, and we'll tie this into here. Set the visibility. We don't need to continue off of this. Bring these. We'll bring all this over here real quick. Oh, excuse me. I gotta stretch real quick. My leg is killing me. Oh, sorry, I got back issues. Alright. So this should work, because this is going to do a sequence. And basically it's going to check each one of these one by one and see if they're viable. That way we're not reliant on the chain of nodes that I made earlier, which was a fallacy on my behalf. I even like predicted. I was like, something's gonna go wrong here. This is gonna be not what I'm looking to try and do. And sure enough, I was right. Boop. Bring this in here. We can break this. We don't need that. Get rid of this. We don't need that. Put this here. I need to move all this down. We're gonna actually move all this down too. Put this over here. Put that there. I can plug this into here. Contains. Do this here. Bring this all here. Bring these two up here. Put this here. And get rid of this reroute node. Don't need that. Get rid of this reroute node. Don't need that. And then we're going to make another sequence. Break this link. Go ahead, break this link. And break this one. And break this one. Now they're no longer dependent on each other. Let's bring this over here. Bring this over here. And bring this one over here as well. All right. Put this here. Let's put all of these like in a row right here. This will help us out with a little bit of organization. I didn't think about that. Let's do this. Put all these right here. And this will go on top of it. That way we can also look at it a little bit better. All those there. Let's do this. Just move this out here. Put this right here. All right. We're getting places. Put all these. Yeah, I'll put it under. That's fine. Under looks better in my opinion. Don't know why, don't ask me. Just does. Alright. And now we're going to bring in 5. Dupe. We need a couple more. We need to up this. We have 10, so we need 1 through 10. Bring this in. Let's go here. This goes here. Let's go here. This will go here. This will go here. This will go here. Alright. So. And I think we're missing one at the end too. Missing a whole node. Doop. We are missing one. Which one are we missing? Denial. We're missing denial. These are all going to get plugged into here. And we need also it contains. We're going to do denial memory. Okay, and then we're going to just copy this right here. Plug this condition into this. Plug this sequence into this. And then we'll get denial. This. Denial memory. Do that. There we go. Okay. So now, I'm hoping we don't see anything. Pick that up. Anger showing up. There we go. Man, it feels good when something works out. Oh. Ugh. Sometimes, Josh, when I do things on my own, I'm like, hey, I think I know how to do this, and then I do it, and it actually works. I get it's like I can't explain. It's euphoria. It's just like you do something and you're like, wow, I'm learning. It's that thing that you have no idea what the fuck you're doing when you start, and then you get to a point where you're like, hey, I think this is what I should be doing, and you do it and it works, and you're like, I'm not that stupid. That's a good point. That's a good point. Alright, so everything's showing up. Now we just need to work on the design for it because everything is all fucked up here. We need to change this to here. Change that to that. Put this over here. Put this here. Anchor's fine. This anchor wants to go there. That's fine. Okay, here. There. 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 That's 100% of the time. I don't know how to do so. 99% of the time, I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. I do think that anger showed up in a very wrong spot, though. I think it showed up under where grief should be. Maybe. We gotta fix these anchors real quick. I think it showed up where grief should be, which is not great. Okay, let's compile this. Save that. Alright. I need to go in here and add... Okay, so it didn't show up where it is. Let me full screen this though. Ah, see, and then it gets stuck on that Notes tab. It's so annoying. Alright, we'll do this. That's Joy. Joy's not showing up in the right spot. Like, this is... But it's because of the screen stretch, I swear. Like, if I do this, and I bring this window down, that's not what I wanted to do. Bring this window down. It gets closer and closer. Alright, so what is this at? How does this keep getting shrunk to that? Okay, compile and save. We're going to bring these back again. How does it keep switching back? It's not what I want this to be doing. What I think I want to do also is do this right here. Make these anchors be where I want this to actually be. We'll raise these up a little bit. Okay. Let's try this. Let's see if this works better. Okay, put this up here. I hate that when they want to snap. That's fine. Whatever. Alright, so let's see if that worked a little bit better. Pile. Pick up Joy. I just push Joy under the map. Gotta fix that. They won't be on the 4 all the time also, so Joy. And then when I full screen it, it's right. And then when I don't, I don't. And then I don't, and it's fine. Oh, God, that's annoying. I wonder... You know what? Let's put it in here. And put it there. Now, see, you take it out of the... That's the one problem. I can't parent it to these horizontal boxes because it just... It, like, wants to go and be another thing inside of it. And that's not good. I wonder if I can put it directly on Joy. See, and then it makes it super small because it's dumb. Yeah, don't want to do that. Just gotta take it off. Can I put it? Nope, can't put it in the scroll box either. We're just gonna put it on the Camps panel. Now it's gone forever. Where are you at? It's over here. Alright. That's annoying. See, Josh, this is my issues. UI design is not my understanding of it is not that great. I need to look more into it. I wonder if I do this. Let's do this. Grubs anchor. I wonder if I can put it. Give me this. Thank you. Wherever the note's gonna be. Would probably be for the best. Why is this so short? Put that there, put that there. Close enough for government work. So it's anchored to where the note should technically be, hopefully. Pile. Grief and guilt. And grief's all the way over there again. But Oh, that's not what I was hoping to do. See that? Why is that happening? Look at that. Grabbing the wrong window there. Alright, let's do new editor. Maybe due to how you were grouping. It's might be. I think it's more due to the resolution scale though of the canvas panel. Yeah, because they're stretched. See how they stretch when I go out here? If I have it set to this and it's all nice and neat, and then I put it, I think because like if I left this here, so let's just leave this here at 1440, and then I don't hit play in this one window, and I hit play in this editor. Let me shift 1, grab this, and make it more like a screen, and then I grab. It's much better. That's exceedingly better. You know, but if I hit play and the screen is stretched, yeah, see there, this works well. But if I were to shift F1, full screen this, and you see my entire screen now, can you click on the note and the text object? Do you mean in the editor or like here in the game? Yeah, see this is off and this is off when it's full screen. These are off. What do you mean? Just curious the options yet? Editor. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so text right here. Size, Y size, content. Auto size is true. So it's just desired size. Might have to do that. What do I have for the background? Alright, see order size. This is not having content. If you can group those together so the placement is grouped. So if the reason I can't. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Put this back in here. The reason I can't is these two boxes here are inside of a scroll box. So this is the scroll box, and this is the way I had to set it up so that they would stay localized to this, and that these would always be the same. But if I put these text box inside here, it pretends, even if I put it and try and attach it as a child of that, then it just puts this inside there, and I can't change the button size anymore. And they need to be buttons, because I need to be able to click on them to bring up the actual. That's not. Let's do redo move widget. Let's not do that. So the issue is that I wonder. You know, we're gonna try something. Let's just make these anchored to the actual screen. Instead of anchoring them to a spot, we're gonna put them somewhere and then make it so that they're always. I think this might work. Let's try it. If it doesn't work, and we'll do some troubleshooting. This might work. Just anchor them all to the screen so they're always in the same place. I think this is going to work. I'm hoping so. I honestly don't have an idea though. I'm kind of just shooting my shot in the dark. All the anchors are where they need to be. Okay. I'm going to compile this. Anyway, you can send me that so I can play with it in my editor. Like send you this blueprint? Yeah, absolutely. That's pretty easy to do. I would have to just like put it in a file, find the file, and then send this specific like thing to you. I can do that in a minute if you like. I'd have to do that off screen though, because I don't want some of the notes to be. Okay, the notes are not there. Boom, boom. Pick these up, pick these up, pick these up, pick these up, pick that one up. All the notes are there. And we're fucked. Fuck. But if I shrink it, okay, so they're staying exactly where the screen should be. Because they aren't moving at all. You see that? Everything else is scaling properly. Well, the notes aren't really, but it should look like this, but it should look like this on all of this. Settings would be similar to what it worth a shot. Yeah, I definitely don't mind sending that to you. I have to kind of figure out how to select the specific UI thing. Let me go to my second monitor real quick and look at this. See if I can send it to you. Documents. You probably would also need everything inside of this. I will make a drive. Do you want to do a drive, or is a drive okay with you, or like a SharePoint, Josh? Let's do. I'll make a drive, and I'll send you an email. Hang on, let me do this real quick. Drive. Not drive. Wait. Do I want to do drive? File upload. That might not have worked. No, hey, man, you're not derailing anything. This is the goal here is to figure this out. You know, I'm trying to figure out why this is happening, what's happening, and learn. And if you have a way to do it, I have to send all of these. You're gonna get a lot of different stuff. Why is this not wanting to work though? I want to put these all in a folder. Okay, let's do folder upload. There we go. That's what I want. We're gonna do upload this folder. This will upload folder. All files from folder. Only do this if you trust the site. Yes, that's fine. Alright, so it's uploading all these things you're going to need. In order for this to work, you're going to need every single asset. Otherwise, it will break and say missing assets. So you just have to get all of my PNGs that I've made. It's obviously not a lot. It's 82 different things. And you should be able to just open up a thing and then drag and drop this into your content browser. Go to here, let's go to folders. Where is this folder? Inventory. Okay, inventory, yeah. Inventory. I'm gonna send you, text me your email, Josh. It's a nice email. At. Make sure I get Josh. Little blue space shuttle. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I just sent you a link to that. So now you should just be able to download that and then drag and drop it into the editor, and it's all a .ua asset file, so it should just kind of open. I'm hoping. I'm hoping the widget blueprints are already like constructed in that. I imagine they would be, but it's possible that they won't be. But if you give me a second, I have to use the bathroom. 1 second, please. I'm back. Josh, did you get a chance to look at that? I don't know if you're doing it now or not. Yeah, importing now. Nice. If you could figure that out, I would be much appreciated. Just because this is not my jam. I think the anchors don't need to be like this though. Or is it the scroll box? The scroll box anchor might need to be here. Compile. Oops. That's not what I want. Pick some of these up. Well, shit. Why are these over here? I wonder. Let's change this to be this. That's why they're over there. Why is it stretching this box so much? That's so weird that it's stretching this box like that. Why I didn't move those all the same way? Don't know. My order has shipped. Yay. Need my energy. Okay. I really don't get why the box is stretching like that. That doesn't make any sense to me. Alright. So once you do this, you should be able to hit Content Browser. You should honestly be able to just drag and drop that folder into a content browser, and it will show up with all the stuff that you need, because they are .ua assets. So if you open any project and then drag those files in, it'll import them all, and it will be just this inventory system folder, this inventory folder, and it should have everything in this subfolder. So everything that is here should have all of this. Should have all of this. Should have all of these different icons that I've and like words that I've done. Should have all of that in it. And then what you're looking for is this WB, which is just widget blueprint. And it's WB inventory, and I think that's in the inventory system. Yeah, it's in the inventory. You can ignore the notes for switch. That was a testing. I tested that widget blueprint with a widget switcher for the main menu, and it didn't want to work. So, oh well. All right, now let's try this. Still a little off. Yeah, so those are, these are staying where this is for some reason. And if I put it on, yeah, if I put it on my 1040, then. Alright, so let's just do this. Compile. Save. Joy and Nostalgia are showing up, but not in the right place. I threw it in my content folder. It just shows DD inventory as a blueprint class. It's not showing. It's not showing inventory system or inventory widgets. Because this is just. You should see these two here, maybe. Did I give you the right thing? Oh, yeah, you need, sorry, you need to get the inventory system and the UI widgets folder from that as well. Sorry. My apologies. Okay. Well, let's go to the notes inventory. These buttons need to do stuff. And what I want to do is have a box here. Maybe a box here. Let's look at how big this is going to be. We can put it here, I think. So what I'm trying to do is make this so on these widget or on these little like images right here of the parchment paper are all different, obviously, notes or memories. They'll have things written on them that tell the story. And I want it to have it so where you click on one and it will pop up like an image right here and you can read the note. So how we're going to do that? Let's go to, let's do this, open this, where is my parchment paper? Insert pictures, this device. There we go. Okay. Send it back. This. We'll do test 1. Save this picture. Open a folder. Sorry, I'm doing some stuff off screen. I just can't have everyone seeing my personal folder stuff for this game. Folder notes. Test 1. And we're gonna do just change this to 2. Save this picture. Test 2. bring these in. Go to UI widgets, foot icons, we'll do notes. Ooh, I think he got a handshake in. Teaching the dog out there to handshake right now. Why are you not doing what I want you to do here? There we go. Let's bring in this. And then we'll bring in this. Oh, this one did not save properly. Save this picture. Replace. There we go. Okay. I think we need another vertical box here though to overlay. Yeah. Alright, vertical box. Let's do this. Don't need this anymore. And we can minimize that. And we can minimize this. Okay. There we go. Let's do a vertical box. We'll drag this in. I think this might work. Z order will be -1, I guess. That'll work. Make it a priority. Alright. In this, we want to put an image. Child. Yep. And we're gonna stretch. Fill. I'm gonna fill it. Okay, is variable. Note image, and we want to switch this image as we're doing stuff. Did he get it? He got it? Yeah, I want to see. Yeah, go ahead. He smells the big food. He's like, I know where the jackpot is. It's always when somebody's watching that they don't know. 1 second, everybody. I have to go witness greatness. Any chance you could send me the project as a whole? I think it's having a pathy issue with what you sent. I can. That would take a decent amount of space, though, just because it's not like this. It's not meant for export. So, like everything that I have in here, all of these assets would be completely sent to you. What is the issue that you're having when it brings up? I just don't want you to have to download like 60 gigs worth of a project file, you know. But I mean, if you're interested in doing something with it, I am not going to stop you. You know. All right. All right. We need to do on event clicked for these buttons. Let's go to designer. Why is this over here? All right. This needs to be. This is like way back there. Let's do. There we go. We'll do one. All right. The image. This is like super big now for some reason. What size is this? How did this go back to a 1280 by 720? That doesn't make any sense. Just do 1920 for now. God. I don't understand how it keeps switching around. We may just need to jump on a call sometime and go over the issue. Compiler log throws a bunch of errors saying XYZ no longer exists. Interesting. Okay. You know what I think you're missing is the reason it's not loading up for you is you're missing inside the character, the key that brings up the menu and stuff like that, the construction event from that, which is, right here. This whole thing, you're missing the inventory component. You also are gonna, yeah, I mean, I'd have to send you the whole product. I just thought about it because you're missing some components and some references and stuff like that are happening elsewhere. But yeah, if we could, you are in a BRB screen. Thank you very much, Josh, for reminding me. You're missing all of this here, which I didn't even think about, and you're missing a component, which is what does everything. So, yeah. I didn't think about that. You're also missing, the references and all that, which is why it's probably throwing a lot of codes for you. I didn't think about that. So we can hop on a call later, for sure. I'll have to cut this one short today because I have to go get a haircut in a little bit. I gotta do some stuff around the house, but I'm probably gonna end here in like 5 or 6 minutes. But I definitely would go over it with you either later today, or I continue this whole project if you want to take a closer look at it and see if you can do this, because this is something I have no idea what's happening with this designer. Like it just went back to I don't know if you didn't see it because I was in a BRB screen, but it keeps going back to this 1272 screen, which I don't know why it keeps doing that. So that's kind of an annoying issue that is happening. I'm gonna put this here. I think this is gonna. So why are these? Okay, so that's what's happening with these. This is happening here. But if I do this, it doesn't change. Like regret doesn't go with it anywhere at all. Like even when the anchor, like the other boxes are staying. I think what I'm gonna do here, I have a better idea for this. I have a really good idea for how I'm gonna fix this, actually, and that is gonna be. Let's do horizontal box. Okay, and we're going to put all these in here. Why is this not clickable? What we're looking at, though, I think I'll be able to provide a solution. Okay, cool. Well, then let's do that. We can talk about it a little bit later. I think I might have just found a temporary one, which is just adding another horizontal box for everything to kind of go in, and putting that here. But I don't know if that actually. You see, now nostalgia is staying with it for the most part. Staying with that specific one. It's staying in the same place as that is, which is what we are actually looking for. So I just found a quick solution, but I do want to go over it and see if you have any better solutions. I'm just going to open this up to here. But this needs to go here. And I need joy to go. No, I need this joy. Joy to go in here as well. Joy to go in here. Okay, so. And I need the padding of this to be. Let's do padding from the right. Let's do 15. 50. And then the padding from the left to be like 15. Do 20. Okay, cool. Perfect. Yeah, I will definitely hop in a call a little later this afternoon. I'll get back from my haircut, and then I gotta cut the grass before it gets dark. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think about adding this horizontal box to begin with to contain these items. It's kind of my fault. I want this to be here. We're going to go to nostalgia. Click on this. Padding 50 on the right. It's there. And now those are going to stay right where they should be. Which, cool. Quick temporary fix. We just need to duplicate this box again. Oh, we'll just add another one. What else do we have up top here? Anger and loss. So anger. Let's get rid of this for now. We're just gonna delete that image. Anger. We're gonna put loss. Anger goes first. Let's do this. Parent that to that. This one will have a padding of 50 on the right. And then anger can have a padding of like 15 on the left. We go in at 50 on the right. And then loss will go in here too. Okay. So now, because that box is stable, those are going to stay right under it and adjust the size of the screen. Thank God. Figured that out. Alright. Now I need another one. Go here. Let's just go right here. Do this. Okay, we need to bring sulfate in first. Does not, needs a little bit of padding on the left. Do 10. Yeah, 10's fine. Open this up just a little bit, and then grief goes in. We'll do padding on the left of 25. Maybe 30. We'll do 40. Nope, 30. 32. 33. 33 is fine. Okay, now we need regret to bring it in. And this needs a padding on the left. Oh, shit. Padding on the left of, let's do 50. 55. Yeah, it works. Suffering. And then padding on the left. Let's do another, let's do 45. 37. 35. 30. 30's better. 30's more percent and then denial. And this will go over another 30. Yeah, 25. Yeah, that works. Alright. And there we go. There we have it. Yeah, so that and that are matched up. So now if I change this, they change with it. So it shouldn't matter the size of my screen. Let's go here. Play. Have these. Why did you happen to do this? What's happening here? Why is this happening? Turns out I did not have a simple fix, Josh. Even though it says they should be like this here. Laugh all you want. Why is it doing that here though? Like if I'm doing this and they adjust to the size. Like why are they moving around like that? What's happening? Place a vertical block inside the horizontal box? Inside this? Well, then it would be... So you're saying I need a vertical... Like, inside this horizontal box right here. I need a vertical box, and then the note. And then the vertical box, and then the note. And then a vertical box and a note. And a vertical box and a note. And a vertical box and a note. And this will work? No. No, you fucking idiot. Okay, I'll try that. Let's drag this in here. Bring all these in here. Okay, so now they're all like this though. Wait, a vertical box for each note. What do you mean? Horizontal note, horizontal box, vertical box. Note text siblings. No. This might have to be gone over on a call. I wonder if I adjust this like this. Let's just try this again. Compile. Say vertical box will be the parent for note 1 and note 1 text. Oh, you mean to do each of these individually somewhere here. Instead of doing this one big vertical box, this scroll box, and a horizontal box. No. Wrong. We just jump on a call. Yeah. We'll do that when we get this afternoon when I get back, because I'm about to end this. But I definitely will appreciate that a lot, because this is mind-boggling to me right now what's happening. But thank you for your help in the meantime. And thanks for being willing to give it a look. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it, Josh. Thanks for the company, the conversation. It's just you, me, myself, and I in here. But yeah, cool. Well, thanks, man. And I will send you a text when I get done with the yard work today, and we'll fix this. Sound good? Sweet. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate it. Have a good day, man. I'll talk to you later.